After such a bright start to the season, the Bombers were looking to end a run of 3 straight losses against the North Melbourne side, looking for 3 wins on the trot at Etihad Stadium. In what was considered the match of the round, North happy to continue the slump.
Strolls in, extra age! Brent Harvey is a superstar.
North Melbourne may have been just a game and a half behind the Bombers on the ladder, but they were streets ahead in the first quarter.
I'll give him some space. That's bending. That's as good as it gets.
The Bombers' defensive frailties exposed by North's forward line. Goals to Petrie and a double to Sam Wright.
Sam Wright back into the team this week and he kicks the goal.
James Hird had been desperate for a form turnaround. A loss could see the Bombers slip out of the 8. They couldn't buy a goal, kicking 8 behinds. No such problem for the Kangaroos.
Petrie knocks it on. Lindsay Thomas, he can kick one from the goal line. That'll cure you, Yips.
Essendon would have to wait until after the quarter-time siren for their first.
From point-blank range, finally, the Bombers get a goal.
19 down at quarter-time, the Bombers would be first to score in the second.
Monfries should bounce through. The ideal start for the Bombers.
But North Melbourne would hit straight back. Wright would kick his third.
It's coming back. It's beautiful.
Todd Goldstein was dominating the clearances, and the forward line was grateful.
That is sensational play. Nearly marked it behind his back in the end.
Just needs to finish the deal. And the lead back out to 25 points.
And when Daniel Wells crumbed brilliantly, the lead was out to 31.
Off some hands. Daniel Wells, he's carving them to pieces.
And just when Bombers fans thought it couldn't get any worse, Keith Hocking would cop one. Having just returned after serving a 3-week suspension, he'd be stretchered from the field. But ironically, it seemed to work in the Bombers' favour. They'd regroup, kicking the next through Hurley.
That's the shot in the arm.
And when Cramery marked, the momentum had clearly shifted.
He needs to stand up. And the Bombers are on the way back.
Hurley would kick his second moments later.
The tide's turning.
Stanton was poleaxed and it was on. The resultant 50 would land him square in front.
And the fire has started.
The Kangaroos would have to rely on a man playing just his 5th senior game to reverse the trend.
It's coming. He knows what he's doing. There's his first goal in AFL footy.
The Kangaroos clinging on to an 8-point lead at half-time. But they would begin the third the way they began the first, kicking the first 2.
And punches the lead back out.
The Bombers would remain in touch through goals to Monfries and Hibberd. And when Monfries kicked his third, there was just a goal in it.
Yeah, it's been a good effort by the Bombers.
Tempers began to fray late in the third when a 50 was awarded to North.
It's 2 50s. That's 2 50s.
But the Bombers would soon be back again.
He sneaks it in. And this one's on the boil.
The temperature would rise even further early in the fourth.
And for the first time since the opening minute, scores a level.
Melksham would complete the comeback.
They were 31 points down. For the first time today, the Bombers are in front.
But the Kangaroos weren't going anywhere.
Lindsay Thomas back in the pack from the goal line for the lead. North Melbourne back in front.
All players were out on their feet.
He's got it.
Massive grab.
Pedersen proving strong in the air for the Roos.
It's a 7-point margin.
Ryan Bastanak would double that when he was awarded a free in front. The coach, James Hird, out of options as North finished with a flurry.
Petrie sends it high. It's high. It's a goal from the pocket. Only in your wildest dreams.
A nightmare for the Bombers, their 4th loss in a row. And it doesn't get any easier with Hawthorn and Geelong on the horizon. The 21-point win edging the Kangaroos even closer to the 8. David Murdoch, Big Pond Sport.